Former First Lady of the United States, Michelle Obama, is quoted as saying, "There is no limit to what we as women can accomplish." Hello, my name is Gladys Bell, and I'm a volunteer with the Motherless Daughters Ministry. Thank you for allowing me to spend part of your day with you. Every week, you have a standing invitation to join us for a few minutes of conversation to share our stories, encourage, and support motherless daughters everywhere. If you find this message helpful, we'd like to ask you to share it with other motherless daughters, give us a thumbs up, a review, and subscribe to our channel. History has been described as a record of the past, exploring what happened, why, and how it impacts our lives today. Women have played a significant role in history since the beginning of time. So let's go back to the very beginning. Eve is the very first woman of many mentioned in the Bible. When the first human beings were created, the Bible tells us that God created them. He gave them dominion or authority over the things on the earth. There was no difference or superiority of one over another indicated. God joined them together and they became one unit. Some of the women of the Bible are named and others are talked about without their name ever being mentioned. Mankind, which refers to men and women, was created with freedom of choice. In that day, uh, mankind made the choice to lean to their own understanding. So it was a very male dominated society where females were not valued, nor were they given positions of leadership or importance. However, from Genesis to Revelation, we find that women made significant contributions to historic events. Jochebed, the mother of Moses, violated the orders of Pharaoh and saved her son's life. Miriam, Moses' older sister, was proactive as a young girl with no position or authority and approached a princess without permission to negotiate the care of her little brother. Years later, she became one of the leaders of the Exodus from Egypt. Rahab, an innkeeper and harlot, protected Israel's spies, got them out of the city safely, and saved her household. Abigail initiated and implemented an intervention that prevented a massacre. Deborah was a prophetess and the only female judge of Israel who led armies and established years of peace. Esther, an orphan who became a queen, took her life in her hands to use her position to save her people. Shirley Chisholm, a former U.S. representative, said, quote, "If they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair," unquote. That's what these and other women, change mastering women, have done. So, yes, women have demonstrated wisdom, ability, strength, and influence since the beginning of time. The women's movement is not a new initiative. So, how does this inform our walk today? You may be questioning what this has to do with motherless daughters. We do know that Esther was an orphan, and we can safely assume that there are many other motherless daughters among all who were mentioned in the Bible. Well, where the Bible is silent, we stay silent. But this is exactly where cinematographers have taken creative license to embellish the basic stories taken from the Bible to make them more interesting. Our takeaway is that women throughout history have made a difference because they know who God said they were. or are. They refuse to be defined by how any one individual labeled them. They survived and made an impact. The Motherless Daughters Ministry stands on the foundation of faith in God, His Word, and the power of His presence. We embrace others with His love and help with the discovery of a pathway to healing from the impact of loss. We may not achieve fame or see our name in print, but we are survivors who have the opportunity to make a difference for our future and walk alongside other women who need encouragement on the journey. Remember, you are not alone.